All right, guys, it is late September. We are in southern Iowa, and what we're doing today is moving around a lot of our cameras and pretty much moving them all to scrapes for the most part, fence gaps and scrapes. But just kind of wanted to go over how I go about building my scrapes. This spot here is kind of in a travel where it pinches them down. There's an old nasty ditch here, and these deer kind of swing through here naturally. And I've ran a scrape right in this general vicinity for the last 10 years, and I've always had really good luck getting intel back here. But I always like to use vines. Been using vines for a number of years. Tried something a little different this year. Went to Hobby Lobby and put these fake leaves on this vine. I seen it at a trade show, something similar to this. And then I got some hemp rope on here also just to kind of hold the scent. But we just got done opening up the ground here, and branch butter and young buck this time of the year. Still too early for Dominator or some of the other scents that Black Widow has. So I like to use young buck, which is buck urine collected exclusively off a 2.5-year-old deer. So we're gonna go ahead and put young buck in the scrape. We're gonna put branch butter up here on the vine itself, and that's it. I won't touch this thing for the rest of the season. Deer will find this quickly. They're gonna mark it up, and it'll be good to go for the rest of the season. So hopefully you guys are having a good start to your season. Mock scrapes right now. Good buck. Well, we're having a pretty productive day today. We're on the final farm, and we're getting a lot of cameras out, and it's been a pretty good day. And we just got to the last piece here. It's down in the river bottom, and we're probably halfway back towards the river, and we were just walking 3 deep along the edge of the standing corn, and all 3 of us at once, just like the smell just hit us. And laying about 20 yards off the cornfield, just walked up on this guy. Definitely an EHD kill. Not a good sign. If there's anything good that comes out of this, I don't recognize this deer. But what a freaking cool buck. All kinds of character. I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. At least 16 scoreable. Oh, another one in the back, 17. Just a gnarly buck, but sucks. Hopefully we don't find any more. We've been talking about EHD the last couple weeks. There's severe drought out in Michigan where Ross is at, Ohio, and I thought Iowa was wet enough, but sure enough, we got our first victim, and it's a big one.
Down. Got me down. That one's done. I'm happy with them. Really excited to put a wrap on a quick North Dakota season for myself.
Holy smokes. That is a heck of a deer.
We just got set up here tonight. It's our second sit of the season here, hunting urban tonight. Spot where we're sitting tonight is actually a brand new set. Wasn't really the stand I was intending to hunt. We were gonna wanna hunt this one spot probably 100 yards from here. Checked the weather last night and I'm pretty sure it was showing southwest wind on the weather app. We got in here and we were starting to get dressed at the vehicle and I was telling Hayden, I'm like, it's blowing out of the northwest. So looked at the app again and sure enough it switched. So we decided to make just a quick decision and kind of reevaluate our setup for the evening. So we came in here. It's a pretty cool spot. We got decent visibility. We got a bunch of leaves up here to the west though where the deer are coming from. So we can't really see that great down this ditch right now. So we might get some deer to kind of catch us off guard. But hopefully there's some pockets we can get visuals through. I'm hoping we can maybe at least see them before they come in our opening. But beautiful night out. It's a little bit warmer than I thought it was going to be, but I still think we'll see some pretty good deer movement tonight. Hopefully we can at least get a doe down tonight. We'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky and see a good buck, but I don't really have my heart set on shooting a buck quite yet unless something just randomly shows up that surprises me, but we'll see. I think it's a doe behind him. That doe gets to where that fawn is, I'll shoot her. There's one, left one. What a frickin' zoo. I did not think we were gonna make it happen. And then we had all these deer, except for the one buck, was pretty much right on top of us the whole time. And they were out there screwing around forever at like 50, 60 yards. Well, then one doe came into range. I don't know what happened on the shot. I couldn't tell it. But I missed her. And she actually looped around and bumped the other doe back through. And she came in and gave me a shot. And I looked like I hit her good. She's laying 20 yards away right now, so. But we're just about out of light here. We're gonna get down in a minute and go recover her, but what a crazy frickin' night. I got one doe down in urban. see a white belly. First doe of the year down in Urban. That's September 25th here. It's my second hunt of the season in Urban. As you can see, we had a pretty eventful night, to say the least. We got in here pretty early. We actually were running some errands in town and got out in the tree early tonight and set up. And where I originally wanted to go, the wind wasn't right for it, so we opted to come to this spot. I've never hunted it before. So we came in and climbed up in our saddles, and most of the night we were seeing a decent amount of deer, but most of them were 100 yards this way, 100 yards off that way, scoot around us. And then the last half hour, 45 minutes of light, just all of a sudden all the deer just seemed to have come right in our lap. For the longest time, they were, too far to shoot. And right at the last closing minutes of light, we had a couple does come into range. I don't know, the first one, I honestly don't even know what happened on the shot. Hayden looked back at the footage, he said, I shot just in front of her. Clean miss, thankfully. And fortunately, the deer just looped around, they came right back through. And this second doe came through, and she was actually a little bit closer. And made a decent shot on her. Would have liked to make a little bit better hit, but she was quartering a little bit, so the arrow came in just in front of the back leg, exited mid-body, so it did some damage. Schwacker did some work on it. She only went 30 yards and fell over, but was a little bit disappointed in myself, to be honest. I felt like I should have made a little bit better hit on her, but we got plenty of season to improve on that. So luckily we got a doe down, first one of the year. Still got a buck tag, passed a good buck tonight. Was definitely tempting me. He came in, had him at, I think, 10, 15 yards at one point, but he was right in front of us for a good 15, 20 minutes. Put on a show, definitely a mature deer, just looking for something a little bit bigger. Last year when I ran cameras, we had some good bucks show up, usually like in October, so I didn't really want to punch my tag too early in the season. I just wanted to kind of play the season out and see how it went. And I just got a feeling something real good's gonna show up. Just need to be patient. So we got this deer tag. We're gonna get it out of here, and gonna try and get out hunting a little bit more this week. Try and maybe get out tomorrow. We were gonna go tomorrow morning, but probably be a late night, taking care of the deer, getting her in the freezer and all cut up. So probably take the morning off, regroup, and try to be back out at it again tomorrow. We just got set up here. Tonight we're back in on Urban, third night of the year hunting here. Had a good night last night, had a good morning the first morning we were out here. Shot a doe last night, passed up a good buck. We're back in the general vicinity where I was hunting last night. We're about 150 yards east of where we were. We're kind of covering a spot where we've seen about a half dozen deer come out of this wood lot to the east of us. And they kind of milled around here out in this opening for a while and then went up into the ag fields. So we're kind of hunting a different group of deer tonight, but not far from where we were last night. Hopefully we can get another doe down. Should be a good sit. We should see a lot of deer. We got really good visibility tonight. It's 6:30 right now. About 45 minutes ago, we saw our first deer. We had a doe come across the ditch behind us, about 225 yards. Same spot as last night where a group of deer came through. Hopefully they kind of worked their way down by us, but we still got a little bit of time here. We should see some more deer tonight. I mean, temps are starting to cool off. watching these deer over here for the longest time, and all of a sudden Isaac said, one come behind us, and she come out literally right behind us. And honestly, I screwed up. I misjudged the yards. I thought she was about 23 to 25. Ended up she was less than 20 yards. Just this grass is really hard picking yardages out on it, but totally my fault. Hit her high, but it did the trick. Had to follow up a shot on her, but she's down. We got our second doe down to here in Urban here, so we're off to a good start. All right, well, it was another good night here in Urban. We were able to knock another doe down. Kind of happened fast. We were watching these deer over here to the southeast of us most of the night, and out of nowhere this doe came pretty much right behind us, came right out in the opening here and gave me a shot, and I actually misjudged the yardage a little bit. I thought she was about 5 yards further, so I hit her high. Not the shot I'm proud of, but it did the trick. Had to do a follow-up shot to get the job done, but she's expired. But second doe of the year down in Urban here. Got some good bucks running around. We're just kind of waiting for some of these bigger ones to show up, and we'll be probably starting to shift our focus on bucks in the coming weeks. But it was a good night. We're gonna get this deer loaded up, get her out of here, and get her all cleaned up tonight and in the freezer.